Now to the United States, where this power struggle inside the Republican Party is continuing to prevent the election of a Speaker of the House of Representatives. This is the most powerful role in Congress. The battle for the next leader of the lower chamber is set to enter its fourth day after Republican frontrunner Kevin McCarthy failed to get the support he needs from a small group of hard-right Republicans. It's unprecedented in the US Congress, and the 435-member body cannot start its business until a vote succeeds. We can get more from Peter Matthews, who's a political analyst and a former congressional candidate for the Democratic Party. He joins us from Long Beach, California. Welcome to DW. So Kevin McCarthy's now lost 11 votes. Why isn't there another candidate?
11 votes is a record in the last 150 years. It's quite amazing. And if you think about it, I'll tell you why there's no other candidate yet. There may be one fairly soon. But right now, today is January the 5th here in California. It's January 6th where you are. And that was a day of infamy when the insurrection occurred in Washington, D.C. Imagine if we were there 2 years ago in this condition with no speaker, no House of Representatives that's functioning, and no business conducted. And how would the country have defended itself or proceeded with counting the votes? It's horrendous to think what's going on, and I think it's about time the Republicans get it together and start finding another alternative candidate if Kevin McCarthy cannot muster the 218 votes that he needs, which it looks like.
And why aren't they looking for another candidate yet?
Well, because Kevin McCarthy is in power to some extent. He was a minority leader for years. He's helped many of these people get elected, these fellow Republicans, and they owe an allegiance to him to give him a chance, and many chances it looks like. And they're working on some kind of an agreement he's trying to reach by giving a lot of benefits to these just 20 members of the recalcitrant caucus, who's actually trying to rebel against the speaker and get what they want, mainly. They want to have things like 2 seats on the Rules Committee, the very all-powerful Rules Committee in the House, guaranteed to their caucus. They also want to be able to have term limits voted upon right away. And there are many things that they want that Kevin McCarthy initially said he would not give them, but then he has given it to them, and they want even more. So that's because Kevin McCarthy does still have some pull in the Republican conference. But it won't last forever. People are getting tired of this, and so are the Republicans, having to vote over and over again and not find the solution to getting a speaker. It's absolutely imperative that a speaker be brought in as soon as possible. And I think that will be happening in a few days, hopefully, or soon. I can't exactly predict how long, but it'll be happening.
So is this latest manifestation of American political factionalism a little local difficulty, or should the rest of us be worried?
No, it is much more than just local, unfortunately, for many other countries and our allies in the world, and even our competitors are looking very carefully at this situation and are concerned about the instability that it seems to be bringing, because the United States has so much influence throughout the world, especially at this time when we face the conflicts going on in Ukraine and all that, and other things, other economic influence that the United States has. And so they're very concerned. For example, the debt ceiling will not get increased. It cannot be raised, which it needs to be for the September budget. And if that's the case, then the United States might default on the money it owes to governments and to individuals. And that could just create a havoc in the financial markets throughout the world. So the United States being so influential, the whole world is watching this, as we are in America, very carefully, and tuning in and hoping that they can get it together, the Republican Party, which has been split so far apart within itself because of Donald Trump's phenomenon and coming in. And I think this is a result of Trumpism to some extent.
Thanks for joining us, Peter Matthews, former congressional candidate for the Democratic Party. Thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure.